Hello and welcome back to Daily Weekly Builds. In the past I've shown you some of my digital designs, and today I'm going to do it all over again with some new stuff that I've been working on since last time. So here we are. As you can see, I use this online kind of browser based software, or it's not even a software, is it? It's in the browser. It's called Mecabricks, free to use website, similar to Bricklink Studio, which I can't access, so I have to use this, and it's worked brilliantly for me so far. So let's have a look. Oh, there you go. There's the website for you. If I go back to the workshop, and let's open up some of my designs. So if we start off with some trucks. Yeah, we like a good vehicle, don't we? So first up, we have this Lego City style truck designed to be compatible with the Lego Volcano Explorers sub-theme they did from a few years ago. And I noticed one thing that set didn't really have was a vehicle that could transport the lava boulder rock thingies. So I thought, okay, I'll make a truck. It's inspired by a Lego City tipper truck from I think 2011, 2012, 2013, maybe that sort of era, with the orange cab. Here I've redesigned it. It's the flatbed. The bed itself is basically the same as the original set, but I've updated it with some other little things, changed the colour scheme obviously, and kind of redid the front end there just so it's a bit more compatible with the Volcano Explorers theme, and it all blends in together nicely. So I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out, and all the parts exist in these colours. It would cost probably around £25 to build if you buy the parts off Bricklink, so it's, you know, pretty realistic in terms of Lego's pricing these days, and it is one that I plan to be building in the future, so I was pretty happy with this. Next up we have is basically a simple recolor from the Lego City recycling truck that came out last year. I just changed it. I was messing around with it to get some ideas for things, and I randomly changed the colour from that kind of turquoise colour to orange, and I thought, hold on a minute, that looks quite good actually. I like the contrast between the orange, the black and the white. I swapped out a few other colours from other things in this. So I thought, oh, this looks pretty good actually, so it might be one that I have to consider making myself. I mean, I do already have plenty of Lego City recycling and garbage trucks in my collection, so maybe I don't need it, but I do think it does look pretty cool. And on a similar note, where I was just recoloring some things, and oh, look at that, it's another orange truck. This time I was inspired by the Lego City cargo truck from 2013. The kind of whole frame of the actual truck is pretty much the same as that original set, but I've rebuilt the whole back section here. And when I was designing it, if you're in the UK, if you know what B&Q is, for some reason I had B&Q in mind, so if I make a Lego B&Q mock, then I've already got the perfect delivery truck for it. So it does copy that Lego City style, like that's what I like, because that is my favourite theme. Obviously I'm working on my own Lego City, so I do want my custom projects to look like as if they were official sets, and they can just blend right in. And I really like how I did the back section here with these 2x6 tiles on the sides that act as the walls, and then just the subtle detailing with the grey stripe that you can see just kind of all around the edges. I quite like, so I was pretty happy with how I managed to achieve that look. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that, so hopefully this will be another one that I will be building at some point in the future. Got opening doors at the back as well, so yeah, that's a quite nice one. Hollow in there, so if I did want to put some cargo in, I could. And then the most recent one I was working on was a complete, almost random thing. I didn't really know what direction I wanted it to go in. I didn't know what type of truck I wanted to do. I don't know. Yeah, and then I came up with this. It's some sort of tanker truck, but, you know, as you can see, it's got a lot of wheels, kind of, maybe it's a little bit off-roady or something, maybe slightly military look with that colour scheme there. I don't really know what it is, but I like it in a weird way. Yeah, you could probably fit quite a few minifigures inside that cab there with this extended look. I don't know, I went for the olive green, which is not a colour that has many parts existing in Lego, but I was like, yeah, why not? I'll do that using these kind of binocular pieces as part of the smokestack. I thought was pretty cool. And then, yeah, I just went for an interesting shape with the tank. Is it supposed to be one tank or two tanks at the back? I don't know, but it looks quite cool. And again, I'm fairly certain all the parts, I mean, when I build, I try to do it so whatever parts I'm using do actually exist so I can make it. Otherwise, I don't really see what the point is. So, you know, it's not really a fantasy project. This is stuff that I want to build one day. So, you know, when I get some more money, when this YouTube channel starts rolling in, I can buy more parts and start making some of these custom creations, and eventually make instructions for these vehicles and some other mocks, pop them on Rebrickable so you guys can buy them and build them for yourself. But my favourite truck I've designed so far was one I kind of spent the longest amount of time on and built from scratch, was this one here. So again, it's going for that Lego City style, but I wanted it to be a truck that, I don't really know if they have a specific name, but I see a lot of these around the town where they're just kind of delivering off like bulk construction, you know, like cargo and just like equipment and materials and things, and these giant sacks, which I was pretty clever with how I managed to design them. And obviously they got the big arm on the back as well that can raise up and come and grab these things off the truck. It does have just a hook on the end of it, which I feel like is a little bit of a letdown despite how everything else looks. I went for it as a basic Lego hook. I did kind of mess around with some different like claw arms and grabbers and things, but for now I've settled on this one. And again, all the parts exist in these colours, and if I build any of these trucks, I'm definitely going to build this one. I'm just so happy with how it turned out. The bed doesn't, like, you can't tip the bed or anything, but, you know, with that crane arm on the back, I think it'll be pretty good, and you can hook up the cargo in there, pop a few other things in. I thought I'd attach a little remote control, so that's how it's controlled. There's a shovel there in case there's any spillage, you know, minifigures can tidy up after themselves. It's heavy duty with all the wheels. Yeah, and I like the dark blue colour scheme. That's what I wanted to make, a dark blue truck, because I don't think that, you know, that's not something you see a lot of in Lego. And there's also a limited number of parts in that colour, but I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. And yeah, I am just, looking at it, it does get me excited, thinking, yeah, this is good. I want it. So hopefully coming soon, I'll build this one and show it off on the channel for real. And on the topic of cargo, you may have seen in a recent Lego City updated video where I was making a bunch of shipping containers. This just follows the basic Lego style and Lego City standard for shipping containers. You know, they're pretty basic, but I was just messing around with a few different colour schemes, just seeing how they can stack up, and I can have a few in my Lego City Harbour, so that's what they are. Pretty basic, 6x10 in size, using the panels there, some of the plain panels and some of the ones with the corrugated steel look, and I like the kind of range of colours that are there as well, so that looks pretty nice. But if we move on to something a little bit more exciting, I've been designing some buildings for my Lego City. So in the past I've shown off the pub and the fire station, but now I've designed a medical centre, a motorcycle shop and police station. So all of these were inspired and based upon original official Lego sets, but I've kind of took my own turn on it and expanded them and making them bigger, for example. So if we look at the police station, which is the biggest one, an absolute beast. There are so many interior rooms and things in here. There's space outside for police cars to park. So this was kind of inspired by and expanded on from the Lego City Police Station from 2014, which is one of my favourite Lego City Police Stations, although I've never actually owned it. I just like the look and the design that they went for. But obviously comparing it, I've kept like the original admin building and then changed the rest. It did have the kind of prison block tower here, but I didn't really like that, so I've took that out. And this is mostly like a police kind of admin building. Like there's a couple of holding cells inside, but it's not like a police station prison sort of thing. It's just typical corporate administration building. And I think it does look quite nice. A little bit basic with the colour scheme, you know, just white and blue, but it does keep in with the Lego City standard. So that's what I wanted to go for. And if I did this right, you should be able to... Oh dear. Now everything is going to come off. Let's see if I can... Let's see if we can get inside a little bit. So if I just remove the roof. There we go. So it is kind of modular access. The roof comes off in different sections. There's not really any interior details at the moment. I don't really do that when I'm doing my digital designs. That's something I'd say for building in person. And a couple of elevators in there just to suggest how many figures get from the floors, because there's no stairs or anything, so it just relies on the elevator. And there's a few different rooms that are going to be in there. So we're going to have the main bullpen area. There's a ladder to get some roof access. There's a small toilet in there as well. There'll be a little kitchen area, you know, the chief's office, the briefing room, a couple of holding cells, the interview room as well. So it's all going to be there once I get around to doing this. But I mean, it's got over 1,000 parts, so this one might be a little bit expensive. I mean, you know, white Lego bricks aren't too expensive, but yeah, and it also takes up a big area in my city, so I'll have to wait until I expand the city to put this one in. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's just expanded the design, you know. You might think, oh, you didn't really do too much. I mean, I guess I didn't, but it did take a lot of figuring out and back and forth and working on different things and trying to see what was going to go where. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I kept and just a small little helipad on the top of the police station. It is probably a bit too small for a helicopter, but I thought I'd just pop it on there anyway, just to give it some more detail. And then if we take a look at a motorcycle shop, so this was inspired by a smaller motorcycle shop from the LEGO City set from 2013, I believe. I think it's called like Town Square or something like that. And as you can see, looking at the front of the building, again, I did just take it and expand it because I liked that. That's what I wanted to do. I did change the colour scheme from white to tan. I was going to have it white originally. I was just messing around thinking, well, I don't really want to have a bunch of white buildings in my city. So, okay, what other colours work? And then I just selected tan. I was like, yeah, that is it. I can imagine that now. It's got windows all around so you can see all the different display models. I did put a few more interior details in with this one. Some display shelves down there and a counter and everything, but otherwise I'll save it for when I build it. And then similar to the original set, on the top floor it's got that nice checkerboard flooring tiles, that pattern there that does look pretty nice. So I'll probably put a few more bicycles and motorbikes up there as part of the showroom, but that's good. I like this. And the last building which I have is one I'm currently working on at the moment. I'm not calling it a hospital because I don't think it's going to be big enough for a hospital. You know, it's only going to be like, this is going to be built up. So to me, it's just a small little medical centre. You know, maybe it's like a minor injuries, or it's just a really big doctor's surgery or something like that. So it's not your major city hospital, but it is just a small little building. Again, inspired by a LEGO City set from 2011 or 2012, but I put my own touch on it and kind of modified it completely, because in the original one you had like a space for the helicopter and a little bay for an ambulance to go in, and I've expanded the building into that. And then this is the ambulance from a later LEGO City Hospital one from 2018, I think. I think that design is pretty perfect, and I have kept the white and red colour scheme. So that's what, like, I'm happy for the police station to be white and this one to be white, but I didn't want all the buildings in my city to be white, so I had to change a few colours for the other sets. I thought the grey would be a nice colour for the accent, and then if we zoom in down the bottom, you can see there's a few of the masonry bricks in there as well, just to give it a, you know, so it doesn't look too plain. I quite like how I've done the windows here using these smaller parts, so yeah, that looks pretty good. And as for the interior, I've started it, but I haven't quite finished it yet. So down below, let's see again if I can do this correctly. No, I haven't quite grouped and layered things together yet, but there's separate individual rooms down below, and there's going to be a couple more rooms, but probably a bit more of an open area on the top, with a few little offices and things like that, and like private rooms so you can get some privacy whilst you're getting your medical checkups. But otherwise, that's what I'm going for. Again, using these kind of same elevator design which I've used in most of my buildings now, inspired by the one from the Avengers Tower and Daily Bugle, just so it's a suggestion of how many figures get up and down, because stairs take up a lot of space, and you know, I like to have some realistic aspects to it. And that's pretty much it in terms of the actual main stuff. Like, of course, I've made my own custom mills, roads and things, which you've probably seen before, or if you've seen my LEGO City update videos, so do subscribe for more of those. But then I've got the actual LEGO City itself, which is something I'm very excited about working on. It's just taking a long time because I don't have any money to buy the parts for it, but that's just the way it goes. I'm not one of those big fancy YouTubers with lots of money and loads of LEGO parts on hand. No, I might be lucky enough to get like one big order a month and then just spread out the things as I go, but you know, if I had more, I'd do more. But this is the plan. So as you can see, it's got my motorcycle shop installed opposite my custom fire station, and then I think I've shown this off in a previous LEGO City update as well, but this is, as you can see, all the police stations in the top corner there as well, and there's going to be a whole bunch more custom stuff. This at the moment does feature a few official sets, but eventually there will be more custom things in here as well. But yeah, I'm very excited to be working on more of those custom things, and I might build some more different models in the future as well. And when I do, I'll make another video showing you just what I've been up to. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you've seen anything that you like, tell me in the comments which one of these is your favourite designs. And I'll see you all in the next video, where I'll hopefully have something exciting to show you, whether a new city update or a new LEGO set review. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel or on one of my other channels as well. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends.